Inside the K-Wing locker room, the newly refurbished Kalamazoo Wing locker room with Director of Hockey Operations and Head Coach Nick Bootland. Nick, 3 days of training camp in the books. What have we learned about your K-Wings for the upcoming season?
Well, we wanted to start with a competitive camp right off the bat, and we've had that. There's going to be some tough decisions to make here in the next week or so. These players are really testing really well. We've had the players come in fantastic shape overall, and did a great job and set some new K-Wing records for some of our tests. And at the same time, the compete level's been very high and fun and energetic out there. It's always exciting to get back on the ice and get part of it and get the competition going and the one-on-one battles and the two-on-two battles and watching these guys sweat and have fun, and as well as the workouts have been working tremendously hard.
Talk about the numbers, because camp started with 14 players and not really a lot from what you wanted to start with, but over the last couple of days, more players have showed up, even including Wes O'Neill and Brandon Svensson today, along with Jared DeMichael. So the K-Wing numbers have definitely grown to where guys can start really competing for jobs.
Yeah, 3 goaltenders, 7 defensemen, 10 forwards right now, so we're at least to a full lineup or a little bit bigger. And these guys, the drills will be better. Practice will be smoother now. You have to sort of fly by the seat of your pants. You have these drills that have a tendency to use 5, 6, 7, 8 guys at the same time, or even 10 guys at the same time, and you couldn't really do that with the numbers we had. So we had to throw some audibles out there and make some adjustments, but we handled it, and now we'll be able to have a little more structure that way.
Seeing any difference from the guys that have been here all along, meaning from the beginning of camp, now that there's more guys? Are they more comfortable, less comfortable? How's that working?
Well, some of our guys, starting Monday, it was the first time they've been on the ice in a little while, and you have the guys that had been at American League camps that sort of have the advantage because they've done that for 5 or 6 days. So that first day is sort of an adjustment day, and then day 2 was a little bit better, and then day 3 was much better and much more crisp.
Now we're talking about numbers. One thing we don't know here, and I guess there's not really a timetable. Earlier in the offseason, we talked about the Vancouver Canucks being an NHL affiliate of the Kalamazoo Wings. Yesterday, the K-Wings announced the New Jersey Devils as well as the Albany Devils being affiliated with Kalamazoo. What do you know so far about that, and what does that change going into this camp?
Well, it doesn't change much. Obviously we're ecstatic and honored to be with another high-class organization in the NHL with New Jersey, and we're excited to have them on board with us. And we're excited to help develop their players. For these guys that are here, obviously there was a little buzz today because guys were talking about it because they know that there's going to be some sort of numbers. But until these guys are here, until the New Jersey guys come down, then these guys are going to still be competing, and we're going to have to figure out where everybody falls in.
It's always about the new guys in camp because fans know the guys that have been here for a couple years. Any of the new guys kind of shining a light? We talked a little bit on K-Wings Live, but from Monday to now, anyone that's kind of going the extra length?
Well, you know what? I think up front we've got about 4 new players, and they've all done a good job, and they all bring a different dynamic. You have Ketelist, and you have Sirota, and you have Solway, who have all been doing a great job, and Janan sort of really came into his own today compared to day 1, obviously mentally fatigued from the 14-hour drive yesterday and jumping into practice. So he did a lot better job out there today. So they've all sort of stepped up, and then on the back end, we sort of have 3 guys that are pretty similar in stature and in the way they play with Blake Miller, Matt Russo, and Adam Ross. So there are 3 big guys, but they all did really well in testing, are very fit. And then the other one is Derek Foam, who's sort of got a little more offensive flair than these other guys.
You guys have been going against one another, not really scrimmaging to this part of practice. Again, practice open to the public. 10 o'clock is the practice time for the rest of this week. But how much are you itching for real game competition, which will start Friday night against Toledo?
Yeah, we're excited to get started. It's that time of year, and hockey's in the air, and I can feel it. And these guys have been working really hard. And we haven't scrimmaged, but there's been a lot of one-on-ones and a lot of 2-on-2s and a lot of 3-on-3 battles. And we're doing that every day to see the compete level of these guys when they're tired after practice. And they've been working extremely hard off the ice and doing an unbelievable job with those fitness tests as well as the conditioning that we're doing with them.
We talked about quick turnarounds, and part of the quick turnarounds, not just on the ice for the Kalamazoo Wings in the offseason, but here in the locker room. Talk about the transformation of this locker room just really in less than a month or so. New stalls, new carpeting, everything ready to go for the season.
Yeah, I mean, they did a fantastic job in here. You know, they obviously had to build a new junior room, and they used our lockers in there, and now we have a brand new shower facility, and that was probably the biggest need for us, and they did an A+ job there. And then you look around the room with the new stalls and carpeting, it's certainly a fresh look, and no excuses. I mean, this is top notch, and they did a great job taking care of us.
Day 3 of the Kalamazoo Wings training camp in the books. Head coach Nick Bootland joining us. The K-Wings getting set for 2 exhibition games, and it'll start up here on Friday night at Wing Stadium against the Toledo Walleye. Tickets available at 269-345-5101.